Hi, B Group. Welcome back to the kitchen. A few things we're going to talk about. Butter. I melted the butter because we're downstairs in water. What's this called? This technique, water bath. It's on the video. It's a bain-marie. I didn't want to burn the butter, but I was downstairs. So you put water in here and slowly simmer and melt the butter. Oh, the towels. When we make the crepes, we need a half a teaspoon per student. So what I did is just melt it all down. But I want to show you something. Right? That's clarified butter, right? But this is the whole butter. And when you guys are chefs, you should do this with whatever butter you buy. You should take one block. Do you remember how much this is? 500 grams, right? What is that in American weight? I think we talked about this before, did we? Did we talk about this before? This is 1 pound. This is 1 pound. So when you see a recipe, especially you guys who watch cooking pages, you type in, chicken crepes, you're going to see like 1 pound of chicken. You go, wow, what's a pound? Just visualize this. Just think about this and give you an idea of what 1 pound is. Okay? This I'm going to have to move you guys. I got so much food on this thing. Yeah, it's just better this way. So this is 1 pound. Did we talk about a shot? Did we talk about ounces? See, I don't remember what we talked about. Who likes soju? Everybody. Nobody? Nobody likes soju? You don't like soju? Of course you do. Shot glass. Right? It has 2 lines, one white line and top, right? That one white line is 1 ounce. So when you see a recipe that says add 1 ounce, think of a shot glass. A full shot glass, a one shot glass is 1.5 ounces. So once again, if you just remember shot glass and this, everything else is easy. I know pounds, ounces, cups, quarts, difficult. It is difficult. And I do teach it more in other classes so you guys understand how it works. But once again, it's very easy to remember this. So if you guys are a chef, the best thing to do is you go, oh, this butter, what kind of butter is this? This was not a full pound. This was a half. So you can see how much on the bottom here it's milk, basically. It's uyu, it's other things, some water. But I'm paying for this. How much does this cost? Can you guess how much? That's another thing, though. I know I talk a lot about money, but it is all about money. This is about 7,000 won. This is more than chicken. More than beef, and definitely more than pork. So 500 grams for 7,000. You can buy steak for that price. Same thing with cheese. You guys, we have cheese. Enjoy the cheese, that type of thing. But watch you guys. You go, put handfuls of cheese into stuff. And it's more money than gogi or anything like that. So keep that in mind. But if you're going to be buying butter every day using lots of butter, do a test. Buy different types of butter, melt it down. Because you'll see they're very different. This is pretty much average, but this is actually a little heavier than normal. Because this was about this much. So what percentage do you think that is? About 5%, maybe? I'm guessing. But that 5% is going to the Senegiton. So my butter costs 5% more if you use it clarified. So once again, I want you guys to start thinking like chefs. And that's how we think. That's how we think. Okay, moving on. Your mise en place. Right? We got plenty of eggs. So one team, 2 students, 2 eggs. A little onion. We don't use that much onion. Parsley. 1 orange. 1 apple. Get a couple garlic cloves, as much as you like it. And some thyme, okay? So 1 team, 1 pan, 2 students. Go. Get that.
그냥 먹은 거 같지? 응. 할수 있어. 왜 그러는 우리 같이.
Are you with me? Are you with me? You have a partner, no partner, right? Her? Okay. Yeah, the word work with her then, yeah.
너네 양파 원래 저기 잘라. 그냥 잘라서.
Okay, like I say, this is a lot of garlic in most of cooking. But you guys like it. I see no problem using extra garlic. I really don't. I like a lot of garlic. That's actually my breakfast today. Usually, I usually eat breakfast. I always recommend you guys eat breakfast. Today, not so much. Okay, what I didn't show you guys, grab a little spinach, but get it later. That's fine. The first thing, what do we have to do first? What do we have to do first? Why don't some of you guys get over here? Like, yeah, you too. Yeah, well, whatever. Work where you want. Yeah, no, I just say everybody's over on this side, but that's okay. Now think about the recipe. What's the first thing we got to do? What has to rest? The crepe, the batter. The batter has to rest, so that's going to be the first thing you're going to be doing. But I want to show you one thing else, though. This is the stocks for both classes. It's interesting how the different amounts, that has to do with simmering. You know, I don't know which one's A class, B class. I really don't know. I'm sorry. I wish I could tell you. I don't know which one is it. I think this is yours. Because if you remember, we had a lot of chicken and little water. But if you look at it though, look at the color. They're both the same color. That's good. What's this? A chinois, a strainer, right? This is the best way to get the ghetum off. When still cold, oh, that's nice stock. Because we're gonna shallow poach too, right? So we might as well use the stock and reduce the stock down. Look at that. That's how small the holes are. That'll catch all the ghetum, which is good because we don't want the ghetum. So I'm going to let this just drip off to the side. Just let that slowly run down. We don't have enough bowls per se. Family size balls. We got little balls. So it doesn't matter really which one you have. Just make sure they're clean. Okay. Two eggs. Let's go with half. A little salt, pinch of salt. What we're going to do is beat this until smooth. Half looks perfect, by the way. That's another thing, a plus and minus, right? Plus and minus type of thing. I'm not sure exactly how much, because there's nothing to it with the eggs. Every time I order eggs, I get big eggs, small eggs, big. I'm not even sure. That's why we're going 2 eggs. Recipe calls for 1 egg, but they're small eggs. In America, too, eggs are much, much bigger. Right? Very thick. But this, if you mix it well here, you don't have to worry about strainer. You don't have to strain it. Why don't we put pepper in here? Can we put pepper? Huchu. Can we? Huchu, is that? Sure. But we're making one batter for 2 types of crepe, a dessert crepe and a savory crepe. So I don't want to make this, if put pepper in it, it wouldn't be good with apple. It wouldn't be bad. But. Okay. Leave that aside. Let me get some, we got old milk. Old milk. You know, school always gets things. What's today's date? Today's the 26th or 8th? 28. Whoops. Doesn't make it bad. It's just school always gets the stuff that's almost done. Let me just put it in this to make it easier to pour. What's it called? Name. Batter. This is a batter. Like I said, right now you could take gamcha, anything, fry, seiwu, or anything like that. I mean, you would obviously change, add more flavor to it. Slowly add the milk. Just add a little milk in the beginning so you can mix everything up. A smaller bowl is easier too, it's less sloppy. Add a little more. Give me a gukcha. Gukcha in English. Yeah, but no, if that's on the test. Ladle. Ladle. I think you know that. You guys know that already. Yeah, you can't draw pictures. Some students do. It works. It works sometimes. Scrape down the bowl. About half. Half flour, half milk. That's a good rate. That's a good ratio, actually. And what I want you to see is that it's going to get that's called nappe, just a light coating, right? And you can check for you can see bubbles, but you can check for lumps that way too. Put it down there. You see, it's very smooth, right? I'll probably add. You can see that probably about this much milk. I probably add this at the end, but what I'm going to do is let this rest, and the flour will soak it up. So. Look around for small bowls. Make life easier. Make sure everything's clean. Make sure everything's clean because 2 weeks nobody's been here. A lot of mungie all over the place. So. The chicken. Now this A team, B team, I'm not sure which one it is. The Doctari. How many teams do you have? How many teams? 5?
5.
5? Okay. Let me big tray. Let me give this a rinse. So 5 teams. Yeah, plenty of chicken, believe it or not. It doesn't look like much, but it is. That's another thing. You get very good at guessing weights, and you know you do it enough times. Okay, we're gonna go over here, I think. Come with me. Come on, guys. Come on down this way. We'll shallow poach the chicken. Extra onion. Very recently, I worked with a French chef. He used to use the gupchi and the gupchi in stocks. He'd just take the whole thing, throw it in, dirt and all. He never washed it or anything. It was kind of weird. Once again, chefs are weird people. Since we have celery, old celery left over. We have carrots left over from once again from Mirepoix. You can see the carrot itself is growing hair. It's starting to grow. Right? And at this point now, the carrot's very woody, not wood tasting because it's old. But for Mirepoix, it's fine, perfectly fine. Okay, Nembi. What do you mean Nembi? Nembi, yeah. That's a nice stock. The clarity, how clear it is. Let's get this is just chicken stock. This is what you guys call A or B, all B. Alright? But look at the clarity of it. Very clear. It's very, very nice. Now this is not the recipe just says shallow poach, but since we have stock, we're going to take it a little step better. When using these are very big burners. But yeah, I tell you, so you put your hand over here and go across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ow! Down. If you can't keep it there for that, can't keep it there for 5 seconds, turn it down. These are very, very hot. Very little oil. Name? Miracle. I know. Once again, I want you guys to think about tests. So it's going to be on there. 50%, 25, 25. You hear it sizzle. It's not really low. It's already sizzle. What am I doing now? What am I doing now? That's in the recipe. Sweating. I'm going to cook this. Now I start smelling onions. Onion smell coming out. One ladle will be good. We're going to let this simmer and get the flavor out and then put the chicken in. Okay? So what I want you to do is make the batter and get your poaching liquid ready. Okay? Go ahead. Yeah, look around for bowls. If not, use a big bowl. Use these. It's just difficult. Yeah, that'll maybe a little. Yeah, go ahead. Maybe a little too small. That's okay. Heat it well. Mix it well. Milk will take care of it. Don't worry. No. Now, what you should be working on is chicken. You're all ready. Poach your chicken. Yeah, as a team. They put too much flour in it. Way too much flour. That's okay. Don't worry about it. But make sure you whip it really, really well. Here, now. Because later, when you put in the milk, you have a little boil of water. Forget about it. Forget about it. Okay, chicken people. What I want you guys to do is work as a team. One on the batter, one on the chicken. I'm going to put my chicken in there now. I let it simmer to get the mirepoix flavor out. I put in some thyme and garlic too. Time left over. 2 weeks. Doesn't make it. Doesn't make it. Yeah, just one piece of time. So that's fine. That's fine. Let it rest and then get your chicken going. That's fine.
우유 그럼 나중에 30분 있다가 먹어. 아니고 나.
뭐라고?
아니, 이거 나중에 30분 되면 뭔가 주신다고.
So at the end of the this,
팔이 떨어져나 할 거다.
you shouldn't be too broken box. You shouldn't be sweating is very low and just smell, no color. You're making the white stuff. So this is what you have here. Got it.
우리 컵 이렇고 어디가? 저기 안 넣어놔. 이거 넣어놔. 왜냐면요.
small point, but a key point. When you add your mirepoix to the chicken stock for poaching, it's better to let your mirepoix cook for a couple of minutes, 10 minutes or so, to get the flavor out of it. If you put everything in together, the chicken cooks much faster. This is past 8, but it's okay. It's fine. This is vegetable whipping cream. It's not this is, I think it's right, yache. It's not sangria. What's it made out of? Yache. Edam? So Edam? No. Vegetable, yache Edam. Pumpkin Edam or whatever. This stuff never goes bad. It's okay for what we're doing, but this is not 5-star. It's far from 5-star, but let's forget we're at that point. Want to get the cheese now? Who is the cheese for? Go get the cheese. Let's get that now. Cheese here. So I was saying before is that you add your mirepoix, let that simmer for like 10 minutes, then add the chicken. Because the chicken cooks very quick. It really does. There's 2 labels, 1.5. How much flavor? How much? Let me check. Maybe that's a little too much. You just want a little. Yeah. Yeah. Just want a little. Go. Let's get a glass. If you guys wants to get a drink of water, go drink of water. You want to have a cigarette? Go get a cigarette. I don't care. Right? We got something to do. You have a partner. But think of the partner goes to going. Okay? Yeah, like a job. A real job. You know? It's a job. Hey, great people. Chicken people say that great people come down here. Fatter people, I don't know. I put mine in this bowl so you can see it. As you can see, as it's sat, it got thicker. Noticeably thicker. So you're going to thin it out again. I said I'm probably going to add it. A whole one of milk, half flour, maybe a little more. Because what's in here? What's in here now? Yeah, what's in there? Flour, eggs, salt, and milk, right?
Yeah.
That's all. But there's actually a lot of flour in there. If it's too thick, a crepe should be A4. You know, a good crepe, really thin. So if this is too thick, it's just going to pancake. It'll be like paja. You know what I mean? So you really want it thin. I'm not going to add all this. That looks like not hard. So that was about right. Okay. I'm just showing that. That's right. That's the cheese. Actually, it's frozen. Do you take it out of the freezer? Yeah. Problem about freezing cheese, first of all, cheese always should be cold when grated, but not frozen. I don't think I've ever tried frozen cheese. Oh, yeah, right? There's a little problem there. Second of all, when you freeze cheese, cheese is okay to freeze, but what happens, the moule separates out of it. So the cheese is very dry. Cooking wise, fine, but if we use like for sandwiches or you know, cheese, like whiny cheese party or something like that, no, not good at all. Cooking, yes. Okay, well, that's gonna sit there for a while. You might have to wait. That's a fun thing. Okay, so you get it thin, and take a little clarified butter. Teaspoon. Yeah, teaspoon. What that does, the oil gives it, first of all, the butter gives it flavor, the oil gives it softness. It stops from getting too hard. Battery's dying on that. Well, you'll see it in class. Don't worry, you'll see it in class. Let's swing it over here. Let's go down here. You overroll. So if you take any plates or anything like that, make sure that they're clean. No dust on them. Now you all can share this. Probably all can share one of those. You can just put that in the center. Because you just only want this lightly coated. Well, maybe too thick, we'll say. It looks a little too thick. Now I suggest now do both rings. Look low. Because if it's too hot, it cooks too quick. You want it to spread out. Now usually, First of all, there is such a thing as, this is what? Fry pan. Fry pan. And it's actually made for Tigum. It's shaped like this. A saute pan is shaped like this. And a crepe pan is like this. You know, there's all different types of things. And usually, we don't have a lot of group chows. A small group chow, one shot. This one shot too big. Half, once again, you guys have to figure it out. You have to find out. I would think, I'm going to try half. Put it in, roll it around. A little more than half. It's a little thick. I'm going to add a little more milk. First one's always a test. This is a good example of different styles, of different things. As you can see, you can come closer, right? This is what you want. That's a little too thin. That's good. That's too thin. Well, once again, the first one's always an experiment anyway. I did a half a ladle, but I added more milk, so I'm going to do another half ladle. Now, to get these up, this is a problem too. I don't know a better way. You gotta have a better way to do it, tell me. Because the only way I know how to do it is this way. Yeah, they're not that hot, believe it or not. It's not that hot. But I don't know, you can't take tongs, you can't use chicadas. But like I say, a crepe pan is a little flat, you can just really quick do it. I worked at one place where we did like 200 crepes every day. So after a while, it's easy to get that way. This is actually a usable one, it's not bad. I'm going to reduce this down. Chicken gloss. I'll cook this down. I'll show you. Well, I'll beat it. So yeah. You can cook it down to jelly and throw it in the freezer. It'll last 6 months, a year. So what you need is something like this. Your crepes. You all share that. There you go. So crepe, you can get your mise en place over it actually start cooking. See how the bubbles start to come up? On the other side is going to be this little, called moon crepe, like moon, doll, that's what you want. You want that. This big one. This might be a little too hot. So let's get this, these stoves are very, very hot. It's usable. The next one's going to be even and smooth. If the edges are rough, that's okay. Because it's handmade. You buy crepes. In one place I worked, we used to buy frozen crepes. Box of frozen crepes. They're all perfect. They're all like cut out. And you can see it. This has a crispy edge. Inside's a little soft. And that's a nice crepe. But then is the key point. So get your mise en place and bring it over. Crepes. Start making.
프라이팬 자 들어보겠습니다.
I'll bring you guys over. What's the battery at? Okay, we can do that. Yeah, new pan's nice. Use a new pan. No, use a new pan. Make sure you wash it. Wash everything. Wash everything. Okay. So this is my first test crepe, which is fine. It's a little thick in some places, thin in the other. The second one is cooking right now. perfectly fine. Oh yeah. Let me show you guys the E-team, right? Okay. Yeah, so make sure it's nice and thin. Thin is good. The first one's too thick. This one doesn't have. There's little drips, but that's about it. So you can use this. You can share this. Just wipe it quickly. Make sure the pan's clean. Okay, guys, take a look. Take a look. Right? Nice even shape, no drift. A few drifts, but that's about it. It's hot. That's what you want.
Can I use this?
Absolutely, yeah. Just make sure clean. Make sure it's clean.
Yes, yes.
2 weeks nobody's been in here. It's a lot of laundry out there.
This.
Yeah, no, it marches everybody. That's why it's washing stuff. Everything. Yeah, half ladle seems good. Good job. You have a big Band-Aid. Batter. It has to be warm. Your pan wasn't hot enough. You should be able to just roll it around. That's thick. Look. That's too thick. That'll fine. Let's see yours. You could use a little more milk. This side, look. This one's fine. Yeah, just don't get too uyu. So it should be, right? Oh yeah, there's back there. Lots of milk. Lots of milk. Get one of these. Oh, you got it. Okay. So when you do your second one, you wipe out the crispy things. That's just the burnt, not burnt. The wool burn is the one you're in. Actually, not too much heat on the inside. It's good to do something like this. Yeah, make one, yeah. You make maybe about 6 or 7. That's a nice crate. For the first crate? Very nice. If you put too much oil in the pan too, you kind of make it egum out of it. You make it hard, crispy. You don't want crusty. curling up, you'll see, like, if they get like this, then it's not gonna flip. And with your batter too, stir it occasionally. Stir. Use a little drops to fill in the holes. Doesn't have to be perfect because we're gonna roll it anyway. So yeah, you have edge like this. Yeah, it's okay. But the little crispy is kind of nice. Okay, quickly roll. Quickly roll. That might be another. You need more. It's best like the first one. That was obviously what? What's wrong with that one? What's wrong? It's too thick. Yeah, too thick. That's all. It's best to like, whatever you use. Remember how much. I mean, if I change goop chop, you have to start over again. So. Well, trust me, there's no such thing as a bad crepe. That's a little thing too. Maybe you could use just a little more. That's. I mean, your batter's okay. Yeah, these two are too thick. Yeah, this is your first one, that's fine. Your first one came out very nice. Remember with the goop chop, how much you have in there. I know it's hard, but it's okay. It's still a little thick, but you know. But remember, like, it's just like okay, first one this much, next one how much? Remember how much? You can drop it in and swirl it around. If you did this or this, that's okay. That's not okay. That's not okay. Remember to wipe out your pan between crepes. Remember to mix. I just thought that's what you think. Roll it quicker. That's it. Look at the edge there, but that's fine. We're gonna roll it. The edges should round again, see how it's round. That's what you, before you flip it, the edges should round a little. Just wait. My edges second ring going. Yeah. You never work in a perfect kitchen, though. You never work in a kitchen, everything's back to center. I have never had that myself. Since the edges start to brown now. Both rings. But not high. Very well. It might be a little too high. Anyways, so you get these, a sign of a good crepe. Look like it's a good oh, that's interesting, chef. One more. You can see the difference between the two. You got a plate? Guys, try. Let's show some. You do that in the kitchen, the chef will be go, wow, you know what you're doing. Say, my classes, there's no mistakes. Just learning. Just roll around till it stops. There you go. Bye. Did anybody enter the GC zone contest? You know what I'm talking about? The GC zone contest? Any of you guys enter? No? Good money, girls, boys. Okay, guys, make your crepes. And if you look at my mise en place, I covered my chicken. I took a paper towel and covered my crepes. Little wet paper towel, right? I'm going to go to GC zone because all he wants me to go there and clap. So, 12:30, come back. 12. 12:30. Yeah. Okay. And you guys, goodbye for now. Well, that's weird looking. Oh, look at that. I like that. That's wild looking. Okay. Okay. Dizzy? Probably. I am. Okay. We have to wait for our cheese. This is another party. starting to soften up. You can't like put this like warm water. You can't do anything like that. You have to just let it slowly warm up. It'll be okay. Okay, I'll wait for frozen cheese to go anyway, so that's it for now.